Hey folks, Sylvius here. I'm back on Sylvius proper. I am Forbidden Lands here. Yeah. Sometimes I just forget to say words in my sentences. I don't know if you guys catch that. I just said I'm here Forbidden Lands, I think. I'm here in the Forbidden Lands. I'm actually going to swap weapons before I do that. Yeah, I'm here to task Behemoths, so I'm just going to roll with it and leave him there. Alright. I suck. I suck. Well, that's why I bring the shield. So anyway, yeah. I know I did a video here before in the past, but I'm not sure exactly how much of this whole place I covered, and more importantly, I think I was a little bit low of a level to be here at the time. And also, it was when I had my old setup of my buttons that are currently over here being on the side. So I figured, oh, what the heck, I'll just remake the video. Also, you know, I'm here to task these guys too, so it's not like I'm just here solely for the video this time. So as a point of mention, now that I've been here a couple of times, the behemoths in this place, when you first come down, you're likely to get 2 or 3 of them on you. There's one that spawns like right around where my cursor is. There's the one I ran into up in this hallway, who spawns like right here in this hallway. And there's another one that spawns, if you can kind of like look on my map, it's an X-shaped structure. There's another one that spawns right in this arm, very close by. So if I had run south, I most likely would have pulled that one instead of this one. We can go check that though. I guess he's further away today. Or unless that first one was him. Usually nobody runs out of this hallway until you get up a little bit, and there shouldn't be... Yeah, you got a little bit of leeway on this side too. So we're gonna kind of take these one at a time. There should be... Okay, I don't really want 2 behemoths on me. And that was definitely not the way I wanted to use that wall. So we're gonna swap back to my assassin spears. Oh yeah, my assassin spears. I'm falling apart, people. I'm falling apart. Assassin stars. Let's throw a real heal in. One of the things I did was I've started paying attention to how many ticks of my what is that attack called? Like Divine Flash or something like that. Whoa. Not good. I really want to just kill him with spells. There we go. I'm super happy. So one of the things I realized is that basically on average, that spell does its 14 points of damage to a behemoth 2 to 3 times before I can kill the behemoth under normal circumstances. The difference being if there's 2 of them on me and I hit the one that I'm not prioritizing, that one will end up getting a few more ticks. Generally, though, what I discovered is that it's just kind of not worth my time to do it. I don't offhand know how much mana that spell uses, but I think it's just not worth using in general. Basically. On that note, let me switch to my soft boots. So I'm going to clear my server log. So actually, before I got here, before I started the video, I forgot that I was planning on doing a video and then just came down here and started hunting. So then I let everything respawn. So let me do my server log information. So we've got that many arrows, wrong button, that many energy walls, that many mana pots, that many assassin... Wow, I'm down to really 5 assassin stars? Wow. Okay. And I think that's the only things I need to check. Oh, actually, there is one thing I want to do. I want to move that up and then put them into that backpack. There we go. That should be everything. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's only 2 behemoths in here, and I accidentally pulled both of them out. So, 2 behemoths in that room. Is my wall gone? Yeah, my wall's gone. Okay. It can be a little risky to put the wall here because sometimes you get the second one on you, but just go with it anyway. Try to avoid getting, multiple behemoths on me. They have enough HP and enough armor that they stay alive for a while. So it's kind of hard to deal with two of them. Incidentally, one of the a shorter video I recently will have posted. I was tasking these guys in Cyclopsis again, right? And now that I kind of know what Cyclopsis is like, it's a little bit less me being an idiot and dying like a moron. Like I did the first time when I was tasking behemoths there. Anyway, I've established... Well, that's annoying. I've established that I do not like tasking in Cyclopsis. Cyclopsis, whatever it's called. Not at all, in fact. I really don't like it. Alright. Little Divine Flash, or Holy Flash, I think it's called, on that one. I do like that there's a central area in Cyclopsis, but... Oh, that's annoying. I still had control pushed when I clicked on him. I don't like all the other monsters. The actual Cyclopses and the dwarf soldiers that are mixed in are just kind of a pain. And then the little there's the central area, but there's the little arm tunnels that come out of it. I think there's 5 of them. They are all filled with these, what is it? Muddy floor tiles that slow you down. So I don't like hunting there. And I'm going to do pretty much all of my behemoth tasking here, because I don't know of any other spots that you really run into a lot of behemoths. I guess on top of Vandura Mountain, but I feel like this place having a access quest to it that I've miraculously already completed. Awesome. Hit him with the E-wall. Yeah, this place having an access quest to it kind of limits the number of people here. Vandura Mountain seems always occupied. And I don't really like Liberty Bay. So yeah, I'm gonna do pretty much all of my my behemoth tasking here, I guess. But yeah, so I was in Cyclopsis, and I was down to 120 arrows, I think, and I was like, all right, time to leave, I did not get any good loot while I was in there either, which was hugely annoying. So he must have been the one that normally spawns in the hallway. Good, I got rid of the other one. And he must have just been a little bit lower, because usually there's only 2 in there. There's only 2 in that, alcove, and then usually 1 in this hallway. So he was the one, the dead guy now, was the one that should have been in the hallway, but he had moseyed on down a little bit to the south, for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in Cyclopsis, and I'm like, alright, time to leave. So I go up the stairs, on my way out, and I pop up into the area where you're right behind the experience door, the one that requires you to be whatever level it is. To be honest, I don't remember what level that is. And there's I go up the stairs, and there's just the behemoth right there, and I'm confused at first, because I'm I was pretty sure that A, there aren't behemoths on this level just at all. And that B, I'm almost positive that when I came through here, there was not a behemoth there. And then I'm thinking about it more, and I'm alright, there's definitely not supposed to be behemoths here. Yeah, definitely. There should not be... oh, that was all good. There should definitely not be a behemoth in this area, because it's only, 2 rooms past the door? And they're just full of, I think, fire elementals and, Cyclopses of various forms. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm wait a second. I'm pretty sure when I was looking up to make sure, I could kill the behemoth boss, his name's Stonecracker, I was I'm pretty sure Stonecracker, they said he can spawn here. And I'm pretty sure that when, a boss monster spawns, it usually spawns with, some cohorts, So, Stonecracker spawns with a couple of behemoths, in other words. So I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I wonder if, Stonecracker is here. Could that be possible? Nah, it can't be possible. What are the odds that I, Sylvius, who has like the worst luck in the world, although I did get really lucky with the undead cave bear, would run into a boss. It's impossible. It's impossible. It doesn't happen to me. And then, like, right after I say that, like, Stonecracker himself comes running out. So I'm like, oh snap, it's Stonecracker. So I had my window fan on, and I've never actually had my window fan on before while doing videos, but I know I've had my air conditioning on, and I know from experience that the air conditioner comes up as, like, in my audio, and it's really loud. And I've also had a fan, like a box fan, directly blowing on me, and I know that gets picked up by my microphone too. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go like turn off my thing because I gotta make a video of me killing this boss. So like, I turn off my fan, I come over, I like start the recording program up. I was gonna like, I always take like a screenshot from my last. Oh, hey, I forgot to skin that last behemoth. I always take a screenshot from my last video. And then I put the little, like, so right now there's a screenshot right about here, I think, of Creeper World 3, Episode 1, is what it should say. So I was like, alright, I should do all that. And I'm like, you know what, never mind. There should be a behemoth up here. I kind of don't want to bother with him. Yeah, there's a behemoth. I kind of didn't want to get him because I don't want to waste a wall on a single behemoth, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, good. I was a little concerned that I'd put it too close to the wall. By the way, I started carrying Destroy Field runes so that when I do put my walls down, I can still, like, do something. When I put my walls down incorrectly, I can still do something. Yeah, so I get the recording. I was gonna, like, do the whole of whatever my last video was, but I'm just like, screw it. I'm concerned that somebody else is gonna come through and kill my boss, right? By the way, just so you know, behemoths can get lured into this area. Like, if somebody else was here, they could pull one into it. But nothing will spawn within range of you here. So, like, if you're in this place, and, you, like, can't afford to get out of this place, you don't have, like, enough time to run all the way back to, like, the teleport into the Forbidden Lands, you can leave your character here if you need to go, like, AFK for a short period of time. I wouldn't trust other people to not, lure things on you if they came, but it's an option. I was actually about to go AFK there to get something to drink, but I wanted to finish my story first. So I, like, start the recording. I'm like, alright, we're fighting Stonecracker. I kill the other behemoth, and I'm, like, focusing on Stonecracker. And he hits, like, surprisingly hard. And my wall wasn't really done in the best place. Like, it was serving the purpose of keeping him away from me. Wow, 79 gold coins. Yeah, I got a behemoth thing, though. Yeah, it was serving the purpose of keeping Stonecracker away from me, which is, I mean, like, good. Unfortunately, I kind of put it in an awkward spot with the, like, the coordination of the wall. We're going to actually just do this and hope that he kind of goes away. So I only got one now? Awesome. That worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. Well, yeah, so I go, it was kind of like, there's, like, anvils, I think it is, and the staircase, and there was, some fire fields from the dead fire elementals, and I guess maybe they shot the fire fields at me also. So I kind of, like, left myself in a situation where I needed to, like, step awkwardly, to avoid, like, constantly having to step through the fire fields and stuff like that. It's not a big deal, but it was, like, it was an awkward setup and not the best I could have ever done. And I'm, like, shooting him, and occasionally he would, like, leave the top of the screen, because I ran my energy wall vertical. So I'm, like, I'm shooting at him, and he kind of, like, comes around the top. Wow, that was good timing on that wall disappearing. He comes around the top, and then he just poofs on me. Because I guess, like, bosses only stay there for so long. I want to say it's, like, 30 minutes or something like that. I don't know if it's an hour or if it's 30 minutes or how it works. But he poofed on me, which was just... man, hold on. I'm actually going to pause it 1 second, real quick. Alright, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was thirsty. And my throat was getting a little scraggy. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know how long it is, like, you have to kill a boss until it poofs. And, like, I know he's, like, a random spawn, sort of. Um, jeez. Can I do my little trick and go up the stairs again? Or up the hole? Sucks. I didn't mean to get the second one on me. Alrighty. So now we got a behemoth up the hole, and we got another one right here, too. Or another two. And we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I suck. Wow, I'm doing really poorly right now. Man, I did not have this problem at all when I was hunting here by myself. I tell you guys, I start recording, and I just start playing like crap. All of my, like, Tibia skill just disintegrates once I start recording. Well, yeah, so anyway, though, I'm like... I, like, checked my server log because I was doing a loot pick. I don't know what that guy's talking about. Well, yeah, so I was doing a loot pick. So I checked my server log, and I was down there. I reset my server log once I got down there, because I wasn't picking up a lot of the gold from the Cyclopses that I was killing on the way. So I didn't want all the gold from the Cyclopses to, like, skew my loot pick results. So as best I could tell, I was down there for something like an hour and 10 minutes total. So if bosses only stay for an hour, that means he spawned like 10 minutes or so after I got down there. I was so, like, wow. I was just, like, soul crushed. I was speechless. And for some reason, these last couple of days, I've been in a really, like, intense Tibia kick. Like, I just desperately want to be playing Tibia all the time. I'm not sure exactly why, but I just, like, desperately am like, oh man, I gotta, like, grind some levels. So I mean, like, and it killed me. I was just like, wow, I don't even want to see Tibia right now. And the funny thing is, so when I had died tasking Behemoths in Cyclopsis the last time, I ended up taking, like, a pretty hefty break from Tibia, kind of. I still did, like, a couple of things on Sylvius, but for the most part, like, I was basically not hunting anything and not making any videos really on Sylvius. And instead I focused on my Leaf videos, which kind of, like, kept me in the Tibia thing and kept me, like, making videos, but for the most part, like, I wasn't really playing Tibia at that point. And then, you know, like, I came back to Tibia slowly. I did a whole bunch of those, like, hunting in the dark videos and kind of some, like, miscellaneous things. Some, like, mini quests and things like that, and like, outfits and stuff. But yeah, so Leaf is kind of like my go-to when Sylvius, like, I die or something sucky happens on Sylvius, and Sylvius ends up, like, disgusting me. I go to Leaf. Well, so, like, right before that happened, the most recent thing that happened to Leaf was I had a terrible Leaf video event. For anybody who doesn't, like, watch my Leaf videos, I guess for anybody who doesn't watch my Leaf videos, or who watches this video, like, in the future or something. So, like, Leaf is my playthrough where I record every moment of his life, essentially. He's also a paladin, in case anybody's wondering. So yeah, I'm on Leaf, and I'm doing a whole bunch of quests at the moment. So, like, I started the Green Gins, I got myself a Blessed Wooden Stake. I had recently died, so I was also buying my blessings on Leaf. Should be one Behemoth up here. Yeah. And there's also a Behemoth kind of, like, right here in the, like, intersection. So if I go too far that way, I'll end up pulling him. I'm also a little concerned that I might poof this guy, because this is kind of far away. I'm also a little concerned that the amount of time I just traveled with him might make the wall disappear on me, but he's basically dead at this point, so I think we're fine. So yeah, though. Oh, I got too far away from him. I'm not talking to him anymore. Oh, hey, and now I'm dying. So yeah, I was doing the Postman, the Green Gins, the Blessed Wooden Stake. I was getting my blessings, and I was doing the Postman quest. So a couple of people were like, yeah, there we go. There's that one. A couple of people who were watching my videos were like, oh, you should focus on Paradox Tower. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to focus on Paradox Tower for this next one. This was Leaf episode 48, by the way. So I get on Leaf. I like look over my inventory. I got all the stuff to do the first like stage of Paradox Tower. And for anybody who's never done Paradox Tower, you need to like basically sacrifice items, fruit, nothing like major. But so you have to have these kind of like obscure items that people don't normally have, and you have to do it each time you go into the tower per like server save, basically. Or you have to use 4 skulls to get into the tower regardless, and then you use the other items to reveal ladders. So if the ladders have already been revealed, then you don't have to do it. So if you're gonna like go both times, all right. If you're gonna do like, you know, because you go into the tower, I think like 2 or 3 times. If you're going to do it all in like one run, you only need 1 set of all those items except for the skulls. But since I'm doing it as like the videos, I'm not going to do both of the videos in one night. So like I need 2 sets of everything. Anyway, so I like check to make sure I have all the items, and I have all the items. But the last thing I was doing was the Postman stuff, and I was at the stage of the Postman quest where you have to turn in like 20 bones. And I had all 20 of the bones in my like inventory. So I'm like, all right, I'll go like drop off the bones because I've already got them in my inventory, and then I'll come back, get the supplies, and then do Paradox Tower. And I always, well, I don't always, but I often log off in the like Adventurers Guild. So I always check the like notice board to see what's up. Mostly checking to see if Ysir is around. But I saw Bibi Bloodbath was there. Bibi Bloodbath is like the orc warlord boss, basically. She shows up sometimes around Carlin, sometimes like just north of the Khazad-dûm Pass, and then sometimes just north of the desert where the 20k quest is in. Which, come to think of it, I haven't done a video for. Huh? I should do that at some point. He, she, Bibi sounds like a female name. I don't know. I refer to Bibi Bloodbath as a woman. Anyway. So like I had seen Bibi Bloodbath was there, and my plan was to also kill Bibi Bloodbath because I had killed Bibi Bloodbath on Leaf for the first time in video 46. It would have been, and it was like a sketchy, not a very smooth operation, but I was successful and it was kind of fun. And then I killed her again for the second time in Leaf video 47, and that time she dropped a giant sword for me. So having your level like 45 character loot a giant sword is actually kind of like amazing. So I was like really excited about that. 18 gold. No giant sword from him. Bibi Bloodbath is a better hunt. And we're gonna just go through here. So yeah, I was like, all right, I'll go kill Bibi Bloodbath. So I do I drop off the things, right? The bones. And then I go to Paradox Tower, and I get up all in the Paradox Tower, and then and then realize that I never went back to the depot to get the items. Yeah, right? So I'm like, man. And I got all into the tower, too, and everything. Like, I got to the point where I needed to put the items down. The skulls were the first item. I was like, man. My stupid, slow character and everything like that. I can't believe I just did that. You know? Man. Luckily, there was 3 skulls left in the room, and when I was collecting skulls, my inability to count and do basic math had me accidentally pick up 9 myself. You have to use 4 skulls each time you go in. So since I had accidentally picked up 9, and there was 3 there, it actually worked out well. I'll just let him hit me. Crap. I wanted to move the body so I could start looting the body. I'm actually going to put those in there so that I keep the difference between the ones I brought with me and the ones I'm looting. Backpack's filled. So I'm like, alright, well, I mean, at least I had 1 extra skull and I just found 3 more, so that means I don't have to go get more skulls for this. And I didn't use any of the other items. Actually, I'm talking about something completely irrelevant right now. Sorry. I lost track of where my conversation was going, where my story was going. So anyway, though, I go back to the tower after I get my supplies. I go through, do all the stupid crap. There's a point in the Paradox Tower, like, so you have to reveal a ladder each time you're going up the tower. So, like, you know, one of them is simply, like, put the produce that you brought. It's, like, cherries, apples, grapes, banana, coconut, and melon, I think. Put them in, like, the specific order and then pull this lever. Like, not complicated at all. But one of them is, like, you have to cut down grass with, like, a machete in a specific order. Actually, while that wall is there, I'm going to go pull the behemoth that should be up here. He'll probably respawn by the time I come back. Although, is he even here? There we go. And that takes like 5 minutes or something like that, because you have to wait for the grass to regenerate while you're in a certain position. So, like, already the video is, you know, taking forever, because I screwed up by forgetting the supplies, and then, you know, I'm doing this. And then there's a part where you pull lever, and it spawns a ghoul in a, like, 2x... I don't know, like a 2x7 area, where the ghoul can't get to you. So he just, like, wanders back and forth, and he needs to be standing on, like, one tile, and for... as long as he's standing on that tile, the ladder you need appears, and if he moves off of that tile, the ladder goes away. So, like, I didn't know where the ladder was going to show up at first, so he stepped on it, and then I didn't click on the... Jesus. Really? Double Jesus. Okay. Not good. That was a really good positioning on this wall, though. So, yeah, like, it was just... it's a pain to get into the tower, basically, is what I'm getting at. And I have, like, bad luck with that kind of stuff, so the ghoul took forever to, like, move onto the spot. So I finally get up to the top, and there's a dude, and he asks you a whole bunch of questions, and you have to say the answer to the questions, and you have to, like, spell them all correctly. And he asks you, like, a couple of series of questions. I think it's 9 questions he asks. So you say, like, hi, and then you say test, and you say yes, and then he starts asking you the questions. So, like, the first question is, like, what is the name the Necromant King picked for himself? And it's, like, Goshnar. And then he's like, okay, what was the dreaded Hugo? And the dreaded Hugo is a demon bunny, which is, you know, like, 1 word, not 2 words. He is a demon bunny, not a, you know, whatever. And then the next question is, like, what is the name of the first Muta Master? And the first Muta Master was, I think his name was, like, Thrakul. And there was a comma in there. So I'm all like, all right, guys, you know, make sure you put the comma. It's Thra, comma, or apostrophe, I'm sorry. There's an apostrophe. It's Thra, apostrophe, cool. And then while I'm, like, saying that, I spelled his last name Thul. So I wrote Thra Thul. So when you answer the question incorrectly, it teleports you into Hellgate. Which is amazing because the last question he asks is a question that you can't answer correctly, and then he teleports you to Hellgate regardless. So, like, you already have to go through Hellgate once, and Hellgate's, like, stupid and long and annoying, and just, like, an annoying walk with, like, stupid things in it. So, because, like, I answered it wrong, I have to walk out of Hellgate. So, like, already the video is, like, super long. I considered just, like, pausing the recording and then, like, getting out of Hellgate, but, like, I could conceivably die in Hellgate, and you know, like, the point of Leaf is to, you know, showcase every moment of his life, so I wasn't sure if I should do it or not, so I just, like, walked out of Hellgate while still recording. I was really torn. I wasn't sure the best way to handle that situation at all. I'm pretty sure, by the way, that behemoth just hit me for low enough damage that my armor blocked it, which I was shocked by. Two-handed sword. I see the word sword and I get super excited, and then I see it's a two-handed sword and then I just get super disappointed. Should be... dude, I, like, keep doing that. Can I get, like, far enough away that they're not chasing me? Can I just kind of, like, go deal with one of them at once? That would be amazing. Nope. Ah, and then he cheated. Cheater. You're not allowed to just walk across the wall casually like that. That's against the rules. Is the other one gone? Nope. The other one's not gone. And again, he just walked casually through my wall. What is up with that? That's cheating. You're cheating. Is he gonna do it again? Why does he keep just walking across my wall? What? What is up with this behemoth? This behemoth is a cheater. Alright. I don't understand. Why is he just casually walking across the wall? Is he gonna do it again? Okay, he didn't do it again. That's good, at least. So anyway, like, I walk all out of Hellgate, and I kind of like, each time I do a video, especially the Leaf videos, I kind of have like a plan for how much I'm going to be talking about and whatnot. By the way, we've made a whole like circuit of this place already. I could probably be returning. I'm going to finish the circuit. I'm doing it in a like figure 8, where I go like woo 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 woo, because I figured that's the best way to kind of hit all the behemoths. So I'll finish this little figure 8, and then I'll be on my way. I don't usually talk as much like I'm currently am in the Sylvius videos. I usually use the Leaf videos for this talk. But anyway, I'm just gonna finish my story anyway. So I just walk out of Hellgate, and I'm like super annoyed by the whole situation, but it's like whatever. So and this is what I was saying, where it was lucky that I didn't use any of the other items the first time around. So I still had my like second set of items for the second, the other video that I would ultimately end up doing, and because I picked up an extra skull originally, and because there was 3 skulls in the room, I was still good on the skulls. So like luckily I didn't have to go like restock supplies or anything like that. But anyway, so like you come out of Hellgate and you're in Abdendril. I just like casually let him hit me in the face there. And I'd already checked the other 2 locations for where Bibi Bloodbath could have been, the above the desert and above Kaz. So I knew she was by the like north of Carlin's northern gate. So I'm like, you know what? Since I'm here in Abdendril, I'll just I'll walk over to Carlin, kill Bibi Bloodbath, boat from like Carlin to Edron, and then carpet from Edron to Kaz, and then continue the Paradox Tower quest from there, because Paradox Tower is in the so I don't know if I had mentioned that Paradox Tower is in the Khazad-dûm area. So I go and I like fight Bibi Bloodbath, and I throw down like a poison wall, and I kill the Zerk first, and then from the Zerk I start like targeting the there's like you're in a small like fort, basically a very tiny like square area, and there's a Zerk, and then jeez. Don't walk across the thing. There we go. Look at that. I used my energy, or my destroy field rune correctly. But anyway, yeah, there's a leader, a Zerk, and then like 3 warlords, and then after you kill all of them, Bibi Bloodbath shows up, and she's just a slightly stronger warlord that also has a like a berserk type attack in addition to her regular ones. So like I throw down a diagonal wall right in front of the stairs, and kind of blocked in the warlords into that area. So like I go through, I kill the Zerk, I've got like all the warlords on me, so I go past the wall and start killing the leader to get him out of the way. So like I end up killing him, and then I cross my wall and go to put another diagonal poison wall down, but I screwed it up and accidentally put it down straight. And I also left a gap between the 2 walls. I was trying to like see, I've got this wall going like at a diagonal here. I wanted to put the other wall. It's actually really hard to explain. If this wall, like if this whole like section of stone wasn't here, this wall would like run right here. I tried to put the other wall running like this, so I'd have a V shape, but instead I put the other wall like straight, and then it wasn't connected, so there was a gap right there. So like I crossed over the wall, and then all the like warlords just hit me at once, and then I crossed the wall with like 214 HP. And then the one warlord that went across the other side just smacked me in the face, and I died. So like I just died. And then yeah, like one of the things I was doing was rebuying my blessings from the last time I died. So then I just died again, which was great. And And then I accidentally pulled another Behemoth. I really gotta stop sucking. And that one's gonna run across, isn't it? Yep. Oh no, I'm surprised. I'm like legit surprised they didn't just run across. I was like really sure he was about to just run for it. But now he's going to. Yep. Oh, and then he died. So yeah, I was like in the process of buying my blessings. I had 4 out of the 5. So like luckily I got nothing dropped. Like I held onto my backpack, which was fantastic. But yeah, I did lose 4 of the blessings. I lost like extra HP and skill, or extra EXP and skills, because I only had 4 of the 5 blessings. So like I come back, I'm in Port Hope. I like rush back, kill Bibby Bloodbath, rebuy the Carlin blessing. I'm just like, man, like really, this video's going so bad, right? So I go back to Paradox Tower, and all right, so like I said, what I have to say to that NPC, and it's you go, hi, test, yes, Gashnar, Demon Bunny, Thrakul, and then you go from there. So I went up to that NPC and I went, hi, test, yes, Gashnar, hi. And then failed the test and got sent back to the Hellgate. Like, I was just like, oh, are you kidding me? And then I ended the video there. I was just like, all right, we're done here. Because the video was already like over an hour at that point. I was just like, all right, I give up. So Leaf is actually still, like, as of this moment, still just standing in Hellgate because I can't. I'm just like, oh man, I can't do this. So yeah, Leaf is just hanging out in Hellgate right now. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It was just soul crushing. So yeah, though the funny thing was what all this led to is I like don't feel like playing Leaf right now because I just don't want to deal with that. And then I had that issue with Stonecracker on Sylvius, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to play that either now. So that's why my latest video was a new game, because I was like, I need something. Actually, I'd done a DDO video. Not that anybody really watches my DDO videos, but whatever. I'd done a DDO video, and I use like AVG as my free antivirus stuff because I'm cheap and don't want to buy like real stuff. And AVG's been all like up in my grill, being annoying and stuff. So I ended up like finding out after I made the video, but AVG's using up like 20% of my CPU's like processing power. And in perspective, actually, after I kill this behemoth, I'll tell you how much Tibia takes and how much the other things on my computer are currently taking. Like I'm actively recording right now, for instance, so that's probably like taxing my CPU also. But yeah, so AVG taking up a huge amount of my CPU made my my recording like a glitchy mess. So after like doing that and doing it a video of kind of something that I can't effectively redo. Hold on, let's see here. Right now, Tibia's taking up, well, I mean, it changes, but Tibia's taking up around 6% of my CPU. Something called WMI Provider Host, which I Googled and is part of, like, Microsoft stuff, is taking up 5% of my CPU power. And then my recording program is alternating with something called VH Multi-Provider Host. I'm sorry, VH Multi-Writer Extension. Sorry. The two things switch spots every now and then, and I just started reading the other thing. The multi-writer extension is using, right now, 4%, and then my recording program is using 3%. Overall, all the other processes, and I have like 200 Google Chrome tabs open right now. All in all, 30% of my computer's processor is being used, and then AVG was using like another 20 of it. And DDO by itself just uses more processing power than a lot of other things. So anyway, yeah, that like made that video suck. And it was a video that I kind of couldn't redo, sort of. Well, as a quick explanation, unlike Tibia, where like everything in Tibia is a what I would call, in DDO you would call a wilderness area. DDO is mostly quests. So like you go on a specific quest, and the specific quest is like, you know, go through this cave. I don't know. It's like a normal quest. It's not complicated, I think. But you get experience points for like completing the quest. You don't get experience points just for killing monsters under normal circumstances. But there are wilderness areas within DDO, and the wilderness areas are like, you know, as I said, like a, you know, a mountain and the valley around it or something like that. And then there's like, it starts off with, there's rare encounters. I'm like explaining a lot about another game right now. There's rare encounters, explore points, and then slayers. Rare encounters are basically like bosses, sort of. They're like named enemies that only show up every now and then, but they show up at like the one or two specific spots. So like, for example, if we use this cave as an example, there would be Slayer, kill Behemoths, and then there would be like, this cave's relatively small, so there would be like 3 potential rare encounters: Behemoth Bob, Behemoth Steve, and Behemoth Joe. Behemoth Steve can spawn over here, Joe over here, and Bob up there, something like that. Anytime you go into the area, any amount of them might spawn, so it might be none of them, it might be all 3 of them, and so on. And there's also explore points, so like this would be like the Y intersection, and that would be the dead end, and that would be the big room, and that would be the entrance. So that would be the 4 explore points. So when you hit an explore point, you get EXP. And when you hit a, I'm positive I put, I screwed up my Assassin Stars thing. Alright, there we go. As long as I can just avoid pulling the other one out, that would be amazing. The one that's up north. I feel like I should actually take that out there. Yeah, that was actually a smart move. So yeah, when you hit a rare encounter, you get experience points. When you hit a explore point, you get experience points. And when you hit all of the rare encounters or all of the explore points, you get like a bonus amount of EXP. And then on top of that, there's the Slayers. And the Slayers usually start at 10. So it's like kill 10 Behemoths, and then you get EXP for killing the 10. You do not get EXP for each individual one you kill. So it's just like you get a lump sum for killing 10. And after it's 10, it's 25, and then 50, and then 100, and then 200, 400. And then 750, and then 1,500, and then I think it's 3,000, and then I'm not really sure above that, because I usually don't push, I usually only do wilderness areas until I get all the rares and the explorers. Now the explorers are always there, so they're easy, but I usually only go until I get all of the rares. So anyway though, I like try to showcase in my videos when I do wilderness areas, like this is how much EXP you get for getting all of the rares and things like that. And you only get that EXP for the rares and the explorers the first time around. So like I did the video, got all of the explore points and all of the rares, and then, you know, realized the video was crap. So like if I do it again, I won't get any EXP for getting the explore points. I'll get 1/3 of the total EXP for the rares. I won't get the completion bonus for all of the rares, and yeah. So, just minorly disappointing. Whoops, how did I do that? Oh, I didn't know double-clicking on that would do that. You learn something new every day. So, yeah. I was just like, that was the... So, Leaf is stuck in Hellgate. Sylvia's got cheated out of Stonecracker. And then I go to do a DDO video, and DDO, the video ends up being a crappy mess because AVG sucks, and it's a video that I really can't effectively do a second time, so I'm all like irritated and ticked off, and I'm just not a happy camper. So yeah, I was disappointed. It was a sad process for me. So yeah, now I'm just back here doing a video that I've done before. That's how I handled my depression. Alright. I'm just gonna go clear out the hallways before I leave, because, you know, I've got the supplies. Why are they constantly together? Like, can I just not? Ugh. Yeah, like, why are they just constantly coming in groups? Can I just not get, like, them solo? It's not that hard, people. Ooh, and I'm lagging now. I've actually noticed myself lagging a couple of times now, but that was the first time that there's been a behemoth near me when I lagged. All in all, considering the way I placed this wall and the fact that I had two of them, it's usually if you get two of them on you, it's better to have them both be able to go different directions, and then you can kind of keep crossing in the middle. Even if you're going to do it so there's only one way, it's definitely best to not have a long single tile hallway, because if the one I'm not attacking gets in first and then I keep attacking the other one, he will run across the wall because he doesn't have like a route to me. And the wall went away at the last second. Good job, game. Alright, we're just gonna ignore, I guess, the assassin stars. We'll just cheat on the loot pick, I guess. I was kind of hoping I could get some cool loot here. This is like the second kind of depressing behemoth hunt in a row for me. No trophies, no claws, 3 fangs. Not that that's like huge. They're not really all that expensive. No steel boots. No giant swords. Moderately disappointing hunt. At least so far. So I got, like, I think, him, plus 1 more in this room, and then 3 in the room to my right. So I got 5 more behemoths, and then 1 up on the surface to take care of. And we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be disappointing. There we go. Pulled the other one. Come on, come on. Yes. Managed to not get hit. That's really all you can ask for. I mean, I could have asked for, like, a giant sword or steel boots. Could ask for that, too, I suppose. Oh. That was me just entirely being an idiot. An idiot. It's, Utura. Or Utura Gran, I suppose. Alright, Mr. Behemoth. I was talking to some guy. Who was it? Oh, actually, I know who I was talking to now. What was I doing, then? I guess it was afterwards. I was talking to, now I can't remember his name, or, like, Jopro Amala or something like that. I'm sorry, dude. I can barely remember, like, normal, like, Joe names. I'm really bad with that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was talking to him, and, I noted, like, I never thought about it before, but, like, behemoths are like, really big, right? Like, that's a really big creature. Probably, like, 6, 7, 8 meters tall. What would that be, like, I don't know, maybe like 10, 20 feet or something like that. Like, they're really big, and they're naked. Like, half these things are, like, in theory, half of these things are male. So, like, while this giant muscly thing with, like, hooves, it looks like it has, like, those aren't, like, you know, normal feet with, like, toes. Those look like hooves. Like elephant legs, basically. So this giant, burly, muscly, hooved thing is just naked, and its thing is just dangling around in front of me. Right now. I would be, like, absolutely terrified in this situation. Like, I would be less terrified if the behemoth was wearing pants. And then he said he had mentioned that he always kind of just assumed that they were, like, they had a cloth, like a loincloth or something like that. But looking at him from behind, he's definitely got no loincloth on his back. Now, he might have one in the front, because, like, the way his legs are shaped. Like, there might be a loincloth there, because, like, his stomach and his belly button are kind of, like, hiding his area. Oh, also pointing out, too, the fact that he has a... Jesus. The fact that he has a belly button, Jesus, means that, like, they, behemoths, whatever they are, give birth, like, in the same way that, you know, most mammals do. So, behemoths are, mammals, I'm putting way too much thought into this, I know, but yeah, behemoths are, like, mammals. They have, like, an umbilical cord, and, like, they give birth to live young, not, like, eggs or anything like that. And they're not, like, magically born, because otherwise they wouldn't have belly buttons. So anyway. But yeah, like, I guess it's possible that he's wearing, like, a cloth in the front, but that basically means that this big burly dude here is wearing, like, I guess the equivalent of, like, a mini bikini or, like, a micro bikini or something like that. And since you can't see anything on his back, even when he's laying face down like this, dead, that means he's probably wearing a G-string. So yeah, just throwing that out there. That's what we're dealing with when you hunt behemoths. Just giant, burly, naked dudes that have their thing dangling in the dangling in the wind. So yeah, hopefully I didn't just traumatize anybody. Hopefully you can all continue hunting behemoths in the future, and I just didn't ruin the concept of hunting behemoths for you. All right, let's get these. I've always disliked Taquanda and the jungles of Port Hope because of all the crap monsters in the way and things like that. You know, all the spit nettles, all the I don't know, skunks, spiders, crocodiles, elephants, panda bears, poison spiders. What else? Tigers. There's just so much crap on the surface of Port Hope, and I hate it all because it constantly gets in your way whenever you're just trying to do something. And then you come into the Forbidden Lands, and then all of that stuff is still there, but now it's mixed in with even more stuff, and some of that stuff is actually dangerous and annoying. Trying to run from the Hydra on the surface, for example, and kill that Hydra, is made worse by all the crap that gets in your way and prevents you from moving. It's way more annoying when all the crap consists of a whole bunch of Carnifilla, and then monsters that can hit you for 40 points of damage. All right, so anyway, though, we're here. I'm gonna pause my recording real quick while I pull up my my loot pick. So give me 1 second. Alrighty, so there's my loot pick. Loot was actually shockingly bad this time around. So earnings were 34 gold, 8 battle stones, which I'll actually get less than that. Platinum coins, great health potions, I'll also get less than that. Small amethysts, 16 assassin stars, spit nettle, which I didn't even pick up, the perfect behemoth fangs. I'm not sure how accurate of a price that is. It's coming up 250 a fang, and then a crystal coin, so that's just gold basically. So I looted 15k worth of gold. On that note, if I didn't bother to pick up gold, this would have been significantly wasteful, because 15k worth of gold is somewhere around 80 to 60% of my total, something 70%. I wasted 25 energy wall runes, 803 crystalline arrows. I wasn't sure exactly how many of the assassin stars I used, so I just posted 5. It might be a little bit more. I used 1 ring of healing, and I marked down 30 gold because the destroy field runes were 15 gold a pop, and I used 2 of them. So loot of 22.6, waste of 19.6. EXP was 1,432,000. Real quick, I guess this is kind of late because I've been here for a while, but yeah, EXP gain of 256,000 EXP an hour, which is not bad. Alright, folks, well, that's it for me now. Yeah, favorite, comment, subscribe, check me out on Patreon, Twitter, Facebook. I'll see you folks later.